Welcome back. The Fulbright Scholar in Residence program invites foreign scholars to U.S. colleges and universities, enhancing their global perspectives, diversity, and community outreach. This program, supported by the U.S. government and partner nations worldwide, is a flagship international academic exchange initiative. Joining us now is Bronx Community College's Department of Chemistry, Earth Sciences, and Environmental Sciences Chairperson, Dr. Neal Phillip, Lecturer Paramita, and Dean of Administrative Affairs at BVRC, the Director Center for Water Research at Goverdhan, Ecovillage, in Palghar, Dr. Snehal Donde. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, to start off, if whoever wants to take this question, can you tell us more about the current projects in India that Bronx Community College is involved in, especially those related to climate change and environmental science?
Professor San?
Okay. We are actually our journey with India started from 2019 with the study abroad program, and currently we are involved with three projects in India. One is the IRIS grant from NSF, where we are taking students every year for an internship in winter, and also mapping the pollution at a very micro level in the two most polluted cities of Delhi and Mumbai. The other grants are from the State Diplomacy Grant, which is one from U.S. Consulate in Mumbai, and other one U.S. Consulate in Hyderabad, with which we are installing weather station and conducting environmental science workshop in different higher education institute in the western part and southern part of India.
And so with that, can we talk a little bit about how does the partnership between Bronx Community College and the Govardhan Eco Village in India contribute to the institution's mission and goals in terms of sustainability and environmental education?
Sure, I can take that question. We first started, as Professor San said, we first started going to the Govardhan Ecovillage in 2019 on a sustainability field program, and we installed the first weather station there. So that's like our ground zero for all the collaboration we have done so far since 2019. Right now in India, we have 13 weather stations installed in, I guess, six different states. And by the end of this year, we will have 19 installed in eight states altogether. So that one station in the Govardhan Eco Village jump-started all the future collaborations that we now have with many schools. Even though we haven't installed weather stations in some schools, we have other collaborations with, again, IIT, the top institutions in India, IIT Delhi, IIT Mumbai. We have a grant with an NSF grant. We work with them as well too. So again, we always go back to the Govardhan Eco Village. We've been back there twice this year already with students. We took 30 students there this year. So it's very close to our hearts, and we do a lot of collaborations there as well. And that's where Dr. Donde is affiliated as well.
That's amazing. And so, what are some of the key environmental challenges that Bronx Community College's projects in India aim to address, and how do these initiatives benefit local communities?
We are addressing mostly climate change issues and pollution, which is a very vital problem that the major urban cities urban areas are witnessing. And also, we are mapping urban heat island and how this pollution are affecting the urban heat island also. And local communities affected, definitely they are we are doing the environmental science day involving students of the schools and local high schools, and the weather station, as Dr. Phillip just mentioned, we're installing it. After that installation process, we are having the weather station actually in their phone. The students are downloading the app in the phone, so when they go back home, they can see the weather or how the pollution level is in their campus where they're spending a sizable amount of time. We're doing the same thing with faculties, and this is how it is spreading, because through each student, faculties is going to their families, and everything is coming to the media also. We are broadcasting in the media. I'll ask Dr. Phillip to talk about it a little bit more.
Thank you, Professor Sen. We've been on, again, what we've done in India. I mean, it's been recognized, and again, in India and also in the United States. We were recently on several TV channels. I won't name them, but it has gotten a lot of publicity. And because, again, climate change is a very important um, thing in aspect of our lives. You know, it affects people in America, in India, Australia, where we also have a lot of initiatives in Australia and Spain as well. So India is just an extension of what we do in other parts of the world as well. But we have a lot of footprints in India, and in fact we just got a new grant extension for a project in Hyderabad, India, where we have an extension to do like a climate change conference involving all 19 schools, and also even the governor of Qatar is going to be involved in that project as well.
And we are being broadcasted in CBS as well very recently with our work.
That's awesome. Congratulations. And so, the installation of solar powered weather air quality stations in Western India by BCC CUNY students and faculty is notable, as you just mentioned. So, how is the data collected from these stations being utilized to further research and address climate related issues?
Well, many
Actually, I
schools.
can take it a little bit, and then I'll ask Dr. Phillip to
Hmm.
extend on it. So, just a few 2 months back, one of the university informed us that they're using the data for the last 6 months, and the students are presenting in a conference about the micro changes they're noticing. Um, Also, we are installing these stations in different areas. Like the one we have installed in the governor's house in Maharashtra, and that's BCC's footprint, and students were involved also with that. We have our name in the plaque, CUNY's name. So that is exactly on the ocean, near the ocean. So, and another one has an insular location. So how are these places, how weather or how pollution level even is changing at this micro level? That's one thing we are also noticing. Students in internship, they took a lot of data. Whole summer they worked here with processing the data, again the pollution data from Mumbai and Delhi. So these are the things, the data utilized, and then data will be, we are having a national conference, I will say international, next year, and one in India and one in Qatar actually. With and students will be, along with their faculties, will be presenting based on the data they are collecting at in their campuses. And then I'm going to ask Dr. Phillip to
Hmm.
give a more detailed perspective on this also.
Again, the data is again all the data we collect, and it's very important for again many people. Like even here in the United States, we use a lot of data for classes to look at climate change and the monsoons and how climate change is affecting the different biomes of the world, different weather patterns of the world. So this is a very important initiative. I mean, just collecting not just collecting the data, but making it available to regular people in India and United States as well. I mean, recently we had an event in June where we had a Canadian forest fires, and we were able to pull in, look at our weather stations in India, the ones we installed in India, to compare the data with India with the United States, and we could see that. And that time in June, the first week of June, the United States was much more had a much horrible air quality compared to India. Like in India was 78, whereas in the United States the air quality index was like 333, for example. So it's something important. We can compare data with different systems because again, climate, everything is interrelated. So it's very important for us to use this information to tell many aspects of our daily lives.
That's amazing. And we have about a minute left, but I did want to ask Dr. Donde, as a Fulbright scholar in residence, you're teaching environmental science and engaging in collaborative research activities related to water treatment. So could you share some insights into the specific goals and outcomes of these initiatives?
I think you're muted. You're muted, Dr. Dana.
She's muted.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. First of all, very much thankful that this opportunity has been given today to interact with the larger community. Mainly, I will say that as I am in collaboration with PC for quite some time, and
Hmm.
since the time I have understood about the weather station, I feel that the potential of this weather station has to reach to each one the community because it has got a lot of potential to be used. Mainly, I see it for the crop pattern with the rain pattern
Hmm.
because it's also giving a lot of soil moisture information. Basically, when they started the work with the Govardhan Ecovillage, which is surrounded by a lot of rural area, and most important practice is agriculture there for the livelihood. For that purpose, we felt that this weather station is very a boon to us, and then that's how we are using it in that region. And the colleges in the vicinity, students have been also trained in the workshop for it, so that it can be more percolating to the different departments as well as to the the important community people, because it's mostly surrounded by the tribal region. And since I have come in the Fulbright here, before coming only, I decided that we will be doing a lot of work on the treatment plant, wastewater treatment. Because as everyone knows that in India we are facing a lot of pollution of the, basically because of sewage pollution, directly discharge is happening in the sewage drain in the river, and that's how the condition of rivers have become very bad. And if I go to the review of the world's sewage treatment, still we are waiting to get a right kind of treatment plant where we can get the right for the treatment, so that water which is released in the water after the treatment is meeting with the standards of the river. So my main motive to in this Fulbright is to learn about more the treatment plants. Happy that the treatment plant that I've seen in Watts Island, huge one. Such kind of a public sewage plant we don't have anywhere in India. Lot of operations and maintenance which is happening is very high level, and really very appreciating another aspect of it about
Mhm.
the energy recovery, which we have never thought of yet while we are doing this sewage treatment,
Mhm.
because our main focus is always for the treatment of the water rather than recovering energy or making use of it. But I can understand use it in a manner, even get some energy, gas, that it will be useful for the operation and maintenance of the
Mhm.
treatment plant. That is more important to learn from. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. I want to thank all three of you for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll be back with more open right after this.